What's going on, guys? This is Disaster Caster, and welcome back to Dream Daddy. Now, we left off in the last video. I just finished my second date with Matt, and finished my second date with Damien. And we had a little heart-to-heart with Amanda about what's been bothering her all this time. Now, in this video, my main goal is to just do my second date with Robert and see where it goes from there. After that, I'm gonna go on the third date with Damien, Matt, and Robert. Unless the game cuts me off with the third date, then I'm gonna do the third date with all three of them. But we'll see as the game goes on. Also, I just want to say, as far as my consistency with videos, that's about to change soon. Hopefully next week, if not this week, where instead of uploading just one or two videos a week, I'll be trying to upload 4 to 5 videos a week. Maybe one day I'll have a double upload, but my uploading days are gonna try and be Monday through Thursday. Because during the weekends, I'm usually working and I'm busy doing other stuff. But as far as consistency goes, I'm probably going to start doing this next week if I don't immediately start doing it this week. It's going to be at least one video a day, Monday through Thursday. I do have some more games I just got that I'm eager to play, and I honestly can't wait to start playing and show you guys. One of them is kind of older, and another one's new and early access. I'm probably not going to stick with all the popular games that are going around right now because I'm kind of eager to show off these new games that I just got. But anyway, let's get back into the Dream Daddy. I'll ramble some more later throughout the video. Now, it's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh. I decide to take the long way home. I casually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of a suburban city with a low crime rate and wide walkable sideways at night. As I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. I like how the game in my team is capitalized for some reason. It's not just a game, it's the game. And it's not just my team, it's my team. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait this out inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. It turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game regardless. The bar is usually crowded, and the feeling... I'm sorry. Oh, I clicked too soon. I didn't mean to click too soon. Okay, I'll go back and read it later. I look over to the counter and spot none other than Mary, sitting alone and in the corner, nursing a cocktail. Something about her seems different this time. Now that she's by herself and not hanging off some younger guys, she looks so... sad.
Hey, sailor.
She looks up and half-heartedly raises her glass to me before staring off into the middle distance. Say hi, keep watching. I guess I'll say hi. I mean, she's sad. I mean, I don't really like her that much, but let's say hi. Try to be nice. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. This seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways as she finally notices me.
Hey.
Hey, cowboy. You alright? Never better. She hiccups. Guess it's a little far. She's a little far gone. Tears start welling up in her eyes. Oh. Oh, something happened. Was it between her and Robert, or was it between her and her husband? I'm just gonna assume husband. Will you walk a gal home? Walk her home, call her. I'll walk her home. Obviously, she's sad. I don't want to leave her alone. I sigh the booth. Seems like Mary's having some trouble getting up. I reach out a hand to help her, but she waves me away. I got it. I got it. You obviously don't got it, but okay. She clearly does not. She clearly does not got it. Okay, the one thing I like about this game is that almost immediately, as soon as I say something, apparently it pops up on the screen. And especially for my first run through of this game, it's like it's reading my mind or something. I don't know. It's funny to me. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bartender and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me. Sorry, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac, and I'm not just making sure she gets home safe tonight. I know you. I don't know who Neil is, but I'm once again assuming this was our first meeting with Robert that I missed out on. Yeah, it's nothing weird, just she usually has one of her bar staff walk her home, but I trust you. She doesn't, go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of the guys she meets. Nah. Nah? Ain't her thing. Okay, so I'm asking apparently if she sleeps with these other guys, she hits on in the bar, and apparently she doesn't, which is a good thing. Cause I admit I kind of thought she did, but hey, at least she doesn't. Huh? I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. It's still raining a little bit. I take off my coat and hold it over Mary's head. Such a gentleman. Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street toward the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her for fear that she might hit on me. Or not. What did the bartender mean by ain't her thing? Sorry you have to see me like this. I'm usually not. I know Joseph doesn't like it when I sorry. It's alright. I'm sorry if I'm ever mean to you. It's alright. Okay, now I'm starting to... Guess we're warming up to her a little bit. No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm having a really... Forget it. As we get to the cul-de-sac, I can feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me. Wait, can we just hold on? What's wrong?
Hey.
How about another drink? Old time's sake? Come on, Mary. It's bedtime. Mary looks me up and down, giving me a half smile. You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding onto me for a little longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles into my chest. You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks the rest of the way to the front door herself. Huh. That was a little interesting.
Welcome. You've got dads.
And right back to dad, but... Okay, this is obviously, like... I've played dating simulators before, and this one is just... It throws me off a bit because... In most, you have to impress them to a certain degree before you can even bother going on a date with them. And this one, it just flat out throws you on dad book and that's immediately go on a date. After meeting them literally once. And, I don't know. It's like, I don't have time to make an impression. I don't have time to really decide if I like them or not. It's literally immediately right there. Go on a date with this random guy you met once. Okay, let's message Robert for our second date with him. And yeah, okay, I get it with dating simulators that doing it that way, where you have to get to know them or get them to like you to a certain degree before you can go on a date. It takes longer and there's a lot more development-wise they have to do, a lot more dialogue, a lot more of everything. I understand that, but still, it also adds to the content when they take the time out to do that. And I understand there was a small team working on this game, but I'm just saying, like, just going straight into the dates without really getting to know any of the dads, it just kind of throws me off a bit. Okay, I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out, but I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decided to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I walk away from my computer because at this point I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. I would have given up, to be honest. Like, if you messaged him a couple times and he hasn't replied, then like I kind of would have given up, but at the same time, if he obviously hasn't even looked or read them, then he's probably just busy. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda. Ah, I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie is a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Oh man, I can never remember what temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. I'm pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie. My special twist on my grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. Is it sugar? God, why can't I remember what the secret ingredient is? Is it sugar? I'm assuming it's sugar or something similar to cherries. Is it gonna be something completely random that hardly makes sense? More cherries, salt. Almond extract. That seems interesting. But I think so it would probably taste bad. I'm gonna go with almond extract. Oh, it's almond extract. Duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. I'm sure it's fine. Baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes. Okay, now I'm thinking, if I had gone with salt, then it would have been the same result. Like, I probably would have put in way too much salt, and we would have had a really extremely salty cherry pie. At least if I had put in more cherries, it would have covered it up. Or it wouldn't have had that much effect. It's just cherries. Like, so much cherries, a pie explodes. That many cherries. I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 50 minutes? Oh, I'll just wing it. Amanda's gonna be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here? It's pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside. Yeah, yes. Hey, it's not done. Be patient. What's your angle here? What? Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me? Fine, you caught me. Nothing. I've been leading a double life. Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder and an aspiring astronaut and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One less job. You know how it is. This part is the only way I knew how to tell you. Well, I appreciated the years we spent together, but trade up is a trade up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Ibiza? Thanks for all the pie. We share a cordial handshake. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on the racticle and guard it so man doesn't dig in to it before it's ready. Huh. What? Does it look kind of weird to you? Oh. That's just me taking an artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally. I'm just saying this because, you know, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing. It's art, sweetie. Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake? You baked a whole egg into the center of a birthday cake. Was the egg already boiled, or did you just... How do you just drop an entire egg into a cake? How do you do that? I'm a mess. Well, Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas? I am such a mess. How do you make chlorine? Okay, someone in the comments, if you understand how to make chlorine gas from trying to make brownies, please tell me. I am so curious. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration. Was it art when you... Just eat the pie, Panda. Yes, please just eat the pie. I'm not sure if I want to know exactly how much worse we can get. I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winches and fans her mouth. No, I just burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you. I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right. The pie is pretty incredible, as it always is. I'm really proud of you for making pie without burning the new house down. I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole.
Hey.
Dad, your sleeve is on fire. My sleeve is on fire? How did I catch my sleeve on fire? I just put the pie out on the rack to cool, and then I cut pieces out of it. How did I catch on fire? Oh my gosh, I am such a mess. I went to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. How did you catch on fire, though? Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner, I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. I decide to check Dad one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down. Hey! Disaster. Hey! Hey, Disaster. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside. Oh, what was that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. What time is it for you to be messaging me like this? I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen. Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here. I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. I open my door to try and figure out what's going on. Hey. Hey yourself, what are you doing here? Hey?
Hey.
Wanna hang? I was kind of sleeping.
Hmm?
That's no fun.
Oh.
Come hang out. I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have to be anywhere in the morning. Might as well live a little. That once again begs the question, what do we do for a living? Do we work from home? Or do we not have a job? Are we living off something else? I'm just wondering, like, what do we do for a living? Where's our source of income coming from? Are we just on leave right now until we finish settling in? I think we've been here for, like, what, a week? 2 weeks, maybe, that we've lived in this neighborhood? A month and a half, maybe 2 months? I don't know. Moving on. Sure. Cool, you plan on going out like that? I looked down and realized I am, in fact, not wearing pants. I mean, I don't mind. Right, 1 second. I run inside and throw my going out pants, shoes, and the jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside. Ready? Ready. Hop in. I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets and gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac. You like Tom Waits? Love Tom Waits. Tom who? Hoist that rag, baby. I'll go hoist that rag, baby. Before I can answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, alright. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. I like the little stickers he just has on his dash here and the little flower. I'm assuming that could be like a little flower air freshener inside the vent. Like papers everywhere, and I don't know if that's just the reflection up here in the rearview mirror, if it's cracked or what. I don't know. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert? Oh, I heard you. He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us up to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs. I don't like the changing music either. I get the feeling something bad's gonna happen. But whatever, I've gotten myself into. It looks like I'm in it for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does. But there's something a bit more there that I just can't place. Are you okay? I like your cars. I'll just say nothing. Oh. Okay. I guess me shutting up is good. I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut. He notices me staring. Stop looking so nervous. I'm not nervous. I'm a little nervous. Just hang on, we're almost there. Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car, and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too. What are you waiting for? I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and passes space next to him. I sit down and take out the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some trees near us as lights blink in the distance. Off to the side I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous. This is where I come to masturbate. Okay. What? Exactly. I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think. It's nice. You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective. Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket. It glints in moonlight, and I suddenly realize what it is. Oh shit, that's a knife. Why do you pull out a knife? Oh. Please don't stab me. Please don't. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Is it a stake, or is he gonna sharpen it into a stake to stab me? Because I'm wondering, what's a small piece of wood gonna do unless he sharpens it? Robert takes a knife to the piece of wood and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways. Did you think I was gonna stab you just a little bit, yes? What? No. Yes, I did. Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs. Laugh. Play along. I'm play along. Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate. Nothing gets past you, huh? Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me. I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct? I honestly can't tell when you're kidding. You can't. I really can't. I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is. He and I laugh. Have you ever whittled before? Considering I'm not a grandpa, no. What do you mean by that? Well, I just thought that you would have had a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check. Disaster, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you've even tried to speak volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick. Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground, perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up. The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood is gonna splinter. Isn't the most important thing safety? No, obviously not. No. See, no, he says no. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands. Look at his damn hands. They're callous and covered with little white scars. They are very nice hands. You can't make stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. I don't understand what that means, but we're gonna go with it. Is this a minigame?
Knife that
Yes, it
wood.
is. Knife that. What do I do? Oh, okay. So I pull the knife. What do I do here? How do I? Okay, that rotates the wood. Do I? Okay. Let me rotate this a little bit. I don't know what we're making here. Did I just... What am I making? Can I rotate this, or... What am I making? That's a good start. What is it? A wooden stake or a pencil? I don't know. Sharp stick, pencil, knitting needle. Okay, knitting needle works. But only one? You made a useless knitting needle. Oh, I get another go. Oh, so I get to whittle a lot of things, apparently. This looks like a popsicle stick. Yep, it's a popsicle stick. Tell me about this one. Popsicle stick, 10% flatworm. Gross. You made a flatworm. Okay, I admit this is kind of cool, getting able to whittle things. I think out of all the minigames, this is probably my favorite. This is the only one I've actually really enjoyed so far. I mean, the others were okay, but I think I like this one a little bit more. A toothpick? What's the story here? Toothpick, bubble popper, something to make me look tougher. It's working. I think you could take me in a fight. Probably. You made a tough guy accessory. So, is this date just gonna be me whittling stuff? Okay, I'm fine with that, because our first date was kind of weird. This is gonna be something small again. What is it? Is that an egg? What's this? Chicken nugget? I don't know. Ouija board. Ouija board plan. Okay, so is that the little thing that you use that people put their hands on the Ouija board? I'll go with this one. All you need to do is cover up a board and we're set. Also, maybe carve a ghost. Ouija board. The little hand thingy, the thing you put your hands on a Ouija board, whatever it's called. I'm making a lot of small things. I want to make something big. Nice form. What's it supposed to be? A self-portrait, Louisiana. It's you. Louisiana. Cool. Good old Louisiana. Beautiful place. Got stabbed there once, you know. Or was it Kentucky? You made Louisiana. I feel like I would be offensive if I said it was him. And... chopstick righty, chopstick lefty, chopstick... and ambidextrous. It's a stick. Alright. Yep, it is indeed a stick. Ooh, this is a big piece. This is a very big piece. This is like... I went out and I grabbed a log. I'm wondering where we are right now. Like, how long we've been out, because we've been out for a while. What's this? Swan, duck, new friend. I can't really tell what it is by this side, but I'll say new friend. He's beautiful. I'm happy for you. Made a new friend. Okay, so it could have been a swan or a duck. Oh, so it was just like on its side or something. So now I'm making big stuff. Also, I'm doing a lot more details apparently. Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it? That looks kind of like a horse. Big old dog, the spirit of the Mustang, Sir Horsington the Brave. Sir Horsington the Brave. A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. You made a beautiful gift for Amanda. Oh, I made her a nice little horse. That's it? Oh, I actually enjoyed this minigame. The other two, like the concert one, was crazy. The gargoyle one was weird, and the whole thing with Brian, I just flat out didn't like. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife. Ah! Did I cut myself? I probably did. While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wooden carving. Yep. That's all I can say is, Robert is lost in carving, doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. How bad is the cut? Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. Robert, I'm dying. I am bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over. He reaches into his jacket again. Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb. Hold tight. He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off my hand and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. Okay, it seems like both Robert and Damien seem to have just about everything. And I mean literally just about everything on their person or just with them at all times. And it's kind of weird, but at the same time, like, that's handy. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic. Make sure to keep that cut clean. It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I guess I'm a real whittler now. That you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood. Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? Where are we exactly? What's gonna come after us? Cryptids. Tons of them out here, you know? Cryptid. Oh, so he's a cryptid hunter. That kind of makes sense now. Cryptids like Mothman and stuff. Yeah, it makes sense that you're a cryptid hunter now. Mothman is bullshit, but yeah, this town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences. You're joking. Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend. I think about my entire time in the city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad. You ever hear of the Dover Ghost? I don't think so. Well, let me tell you a story. I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pit bull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we were just having fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching in the morning. It gets a little late and we set up camp, but it's different this night. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life. Right outside my tent, me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there. But there's this feeling. Not sure if I can quite describe it. I know something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know that I should be too. And then I see it in the distance. A man, but if something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it, it just looked wrong. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me. Then it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her, but she's gone. Into thin air. I didn't sleep in my tent all that night, and I don't think I've slept right since. So you went camping, and for some reason you and your dog decided to go deeper into the woods, and you lost your dog that night after you saw this ghost because the ghost stole your dog. And it seems to me like everyone in this whole city are major dog lovers, so including the ghost and the cryptids are major dog lovers, so they took your dog. It seems legit. That's terrible, you're like... I'll go with that's terrible. Wow. Robert. I'm so sorry. They say that if you listen closely on quiet nights, nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural, even from far away. Something about it makes my skin crawl. Okay, Robert, really funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right? I don't think so. I was messing with you up until literally just now. I totally made that camping story up. Oh, okay, so he was messing with us again. I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I can barely make out the shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that? We should go.
Really?
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights and make a slow crawl away back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. What was that? The Dover ghost, I guess. I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve. Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves. We sit in silence for a little while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city. Thanks for coming out. This was fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. Something's bothering him. Is he gonna tell us how to be around somebody? You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights up another cigarette. Been doing a lot of thinking. He takes a long drag. He's gonna tell us what he's been thinking about? As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think... Robert stops. I wait for him to finish throughout his thought, but he just stares at the road. Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do it to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am. I try to think of something to say. Remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there was always a light at the end of the tunnel, something I held on to that kept me going. There's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. That sucks. I'm glad you told me we deserve to be eaten by the Dover ghost. I'll go with that glad you told me. It must have taken a lot for you to want to tell somebody this. You're a mysterious guy, Robert. You don't have to be. Do you ever wish you were a better father? I think about it for a second. All the time. You can read all the parenting books you want, but nothing will ever prepare you for raising a child. There's so much stuff I regret. I wish I could have done better, but I don't have the answers. I don't know if anyone does. It's funny. I look at you and your relationship with your daughter, and it seems perfect. It isn't. I don't think it ever is. I don't think there is no such thing as a perfect relationship between parents and kids. I'm just saying. At least you're there for her. I stare out the window into the blur of passing trees. I just hope I'm a better father to my kid than my dad was to me. What did your dad do? It's more about what he didn't do. He was quiet, stoic. Don't think he ever once told me that he loved me. He cared more about his work than he ever did about me or my mom. I kind of want to know more about our parents now. And I also want to know more about our late husband. Because we only hear them mentioned like once or twice throughout this entire game. No, it was like 3 times our late husband was mentioned. When we first met Joseph, when Amanda was telling us about what her friends did, and when the game first started. I want to hear more about him. Do you hate him? No, I used to, but after I became a parent, I just kind of feel bad for him. He missed out on my whole childhood. When I think about all the happiest moments in my life, they are with him, all with Amanda and Alex, and he just wasn't there. It hurt like hell when I had to leave him to die in that Belarusian prison? What? I turn around and smile at him. No, he's retired in Florida with my mom. We go there every Christmas. Okay, they were talking about the dad. I thought they were talking about our late husband. I'm like, our husband died in a prison? We both break out into laughter. He passed me on the shoulder. We drive the rest of the way in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and gallop right back to him. You hold on to that, never know when you might need it. Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks and pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. So he's like a house over from us, like not next door, but like There's some one of the other guys' houses in between ours, and I'm still not sure who's right next to us. So I'm guessing it has to be either Craig, Hugo, or Brian. I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting a name. I know I'm forgetting someone else, but I can't think of them right now. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up. Whoa, where'd you come from? I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water. I thought you were sleeping. Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting.
Yeah.
You know the Mothman is bullshit, right? Amanda, Lang. You know what? It's fine.
Oh.
I think about the conversation I had with Robert in the car as Amanda starts walking towards her room. Hey, Amanda?
Yeah?
She stops. I love you. It's weird when you say it outright and sincerely like that, but I love you too. Night. I chuckle to myself and finally decide to go to bed. Date complete. That's my grade this time. Did I get an A? S.
Lost in your oceanic eyes.
What? So is S the highest I can get? I'm assuming it has to be, but at the same time, these dates with Robert are kind of weird. Like, I honestly don't really understand them, because it's like, I don't know. With Robert, it feels like he's leading you on. Like, I have reasons for not even bothering with any of the other dads. With Robert, it seems like he's just leading us on for some weird reason, or leading us around, and the obvious, like, I can't tell if he's joking or not issue is kind of weird to me. So, I just don't know. But at least, hey, I got an S, which it seems I'm going to assume, going on basic video game rating systems, that S is the highest ranking, which goes above A. And for most games, would mean, like, sick or savage. So I'm going to assume that's what the S ranking means.
Welcome. You've got dads.
And immediately right into another date. So I'm going to end the video here before I try to go on another date. And I gotta say, now that I've gone on 2 dates with at least Damien, Matt, and Robert, I am still liking this game. I'm hoping to be ending it pretty soon. Though I can honestly say, based on the speed I'm going with right now, if the rest of the videos I make are just gonna be nothing but doing dates, and I'm guessing this gameplay is gonna take me a while. At least 3 to 4 more videos if I spend about 30 minutes to an hour doing the last 3 dates, if the game will let me do all 3 dates. Plus, I still don't know if there's any more to the actual story in this game. Like, when we found out what happened with Amanda, that wasn't the result of going to, or, like, happening immediately after a date. That was just story mode, so I don't know how much more of that we have that's gonna happen, how much more of that is gonna come. I hope there's gonna be more story mode, because right now it seems like maybe a little bit over 50% of this game is nothing but dates, and I do want more story mode. Like, our daughter's getting ready to go to college and graduate. I want more story mode. I want to know more about what happened with our late husband. I want to know more about our past. I want to know a lot more, and I just hope, like, all there's left to do in this game isn't just go on dates. Like, I gotta know how Amanda goes with school. I gotta know how things happen with her friends. I kind of gotta know all this stuff. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. If you like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll have the next video up pretty soon. This is Disaster Caster, and I'm signing off.